Hello friends, for those of you who do not know, I am Gypsy and I had an appointment booked today actually, and my appointment was cancelled, and I was kind of excited about it a little bit because I got some new tarot and oracle decks and I wanted the opportunity to play with them, but I've been so busy with clients and things like that I haven't had the opportunity to play with them, and now I do. So I thought I would just do a little impromptu reading. The topic of this reading is what is the next chapter for you. I just want to give a little disclaimer sort of thing. I want to talk a little bit about my reading style, and my reading style is very, very specific. There's a lot of readers that are, on the internet, on YouTube, on Facebook. I see them online and their reading style is quite vague and it does fit a lot of people. I feel like mine's a little different in the way that I channel a lot of information, so I get very specific messages. And if you select a pile that is not for you, it is not your story and it does not resonate. Like if you listen to the whole thing and then go, oh, is this going to happen for me? Or, because it's so specific. So you should know if this is your pile, if this is your story, right? If it's not resonating with you, do not take that on. It's not for you. It's not. The way that I read, I set the intention that the right people will find it. And that I'm not reading for everybody. I'm reading for those who truly need it and who truly need the guidance. So keep that in mind. If you're picking piles and it's not resonating, try again, pick another one. And if you pick another one and that one doesn't resonate, just wait for the next time that I upload. Don't try and find answers when they're not for you. They may be for somebody else. That's all I have to say. Thanks, guys. I've got 4 piles for you to choose from, so let's get into the pile selection. Okay, guys, time for the pile selection. Pile number 1 is this Desert Jasper pendant. Pile number 2 is this Obsidian bullet. Pile number 3 is this Cherry Agate pendant. And pile number 4 is Unakite pendant. So sit with that for a minute, take a big deep breath in and then out. And then you can go to the description of this video where you can find the timestamp for your pile. Thanks, guys. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number 1, you selected the Desert Jasper. So Desert Jasper, I'll just talk about the stone for a minute. So this is the beginning of something new. So this is like when you've ended one chapter. Desert Jasper is great to give you the power and the strength and the resilience in pursuing something new, remind you of who you are. Sometimes when we get ourselves into particular situations, we tend to lose ourselves a little bit. And Desert Jasper is that stone that you can wear with you on the next chapter, the beginning of the next chapter. So very, very fitting for this particular topic. But it also talks about passion, desires, beginning something, right? So I love that. Okay, that's really, really perfect. When I picked that stone, I didn't really think about the meaning of it until afterwards. So I also got a song for you. And so the song that I got for you, pile number 1, was Nelly Furtado, I'm Like a Bird, I think it's called. I'm like a bird, I only fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. So perhaps you're out of here, right? Perhaps you're getting cold feet. You're moving on from something, or perhaps somebody else is getting cold feet and not able to settle down and is moving away here. So let's have a look at the cards and see where we go. So the first card that I have for you is the Parking Angel. Oh, so I've never had this happen before, but like when I'm tuning into this card, when I'm tuning into the energy of it, and I look at the card and I see which part I'm drawn to, and I'm actually drawn to these marks here of like movement forward. So it's almost like I'm thinking about being stuck in this car park for a while and navigating, trying to find a space, and then going, nah, there's no space here for me, I'm out of here. Like, I'm just going to keep on going. That's the energy that I'm getting from this card. I've never gotten that from this card before. Let's have a look at the clarifier there. It would make sense with the song. And it has wings. So like, I only fly away, right? Clarifying that, we have Strength card in reverse. Now, the Strength card in reverse, to me, usually indicates some form of weakness here, right? So perhaps you are flighty. Perhaps you are somebody who doesn't really like to commit long-term to things, or when things get a little bit too serious, you're out of there. Or this could be somebody that you're dealing with at this time, right? So this is like, do I have the strength to stick this out? Or it could be like, this situation or person is making me feel weak and I'm not in my power at this time, so I'm out of here. They're not lighting me up. They're not bringing out the best in me, right? Well, let's keep going, see where this is going. The Angel of Truth. Okay, so this talks about some sort of realization. It could be like you're coming to the realization that things are not quite as they seem, or you're ready to be really honest with yourself in how you view a particular situation or relationship here. So perhaps, you know, sometimes we have our blinders on and then all of a sudden we like hit like a ton of bricks, right? So, or it could be that somebody's revealing a truth to you. Let me just see what's clarifying it. Oh, okay. So we have the Knight of Water. This is interesting. So this is a person, right? This is an offer of love. So this would indicate to me that somebody is coming forth and talking about their feelings, talking about how you make them feel, talking about what they want for the future. This is somebody coming forth, talking about all the things that sometimes can make us a little bit awkward. And if you are this person here that is a little bit flighty and, you know, gets a little bit freaked out and doesn't particularly stick it out, your weakness is that you know, things get a little bit too serious and you're out of there, you know, perhaps this can be a little bit scary for you, pile number one. So, or this could be you. This could be you that is speaking your truth. You've told somebody how you feel about them or whatever, right? This could be your energy. So just take it as it resonates. We're reading for lots of people today, so, you know, it can't be everyone's specific story. You just take it how it fits. And if it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. The Angel of Healing. Okay, so there's been some sort of sadness or something here. If you're healing from something, this is like, you know, take the time that you need to rest. As you can see, she's lying down here and she's just giving herself the space that she needs, right? Perhaps you need to distance yourself from this person. Perhaps somebody has come forth and said, you know, I want to be with you, I care about you, and you're like, oh, I don't know, this doesn't seem good. Perhaps this person's hurt you in the past, right? And you just need some time out to just rest and reassess and sleep on it, right? Because she's just resting, sleeping. The angels are watching over her. It's okay. They're going gently with her. That she doesn't need to make this decision right now, okay? Let me see what's clarifying that one. The Queen of Water. Okay, so this could mean a couple of things, right? This could be your energy. This is somebody who is a listener, right? As you can see here in this card, this is one of my new decks and I love this card. So she's actually a psychologist or whatever that's just sitting there listening, holding space while somebody talks about what's going on. So this could be a thing too. You might be going to like a professional. This could be like marriage counseling if it's, because it looks like there's a love offer here. So it could be like somebody's come forth with an apology about things that have gone on and now you're going to have some sort of counseling. Or this could be your energy. You're just sitting there, you're listening to what this person has to say. You're listening to this person's truth here, okay? So this person's coming forth with their truth and you're not judging their truth. You're sitting there and you're listening, okay? But make sure you're still taking the time to heal as well, all right? Okay, what's next? So this is another one of my new decks, Sensitivity and Strength. And we already had that theme coming out here, right? This person might be your weakness, or you're recognizing somebody else's weakness as well. So you need to be sensitive about the situation, and that is exactly what this energy is. This Queen of Cups here, this Queen of Water, she's very sensitive to the way that people are feeling. She's not reactive at all. She's sitting there and she's listening to somebody else's point of view, how somebody else feels, and not really putting her 2 cents in. She's a very active listener, okay? So you're being sensitive to the situation. So it feels like 2 people here are involved, right? Because we've got the Queen of Water and the Knight of Water. 2 of Earth. Okay, so the 2 of Earth is about, as you can see, she's like balancing on this beam here. And it reminds me of like tipping back and forth, right? Because as you're balancing along this beam, you're trying to do the right thing. You're trying to keep it steady. You're trying to go straight here. However, you know, you wobble back and forth. And I feel like this is like you're going back and forth with this person about whether or not you want to help support this person or whether you want to move away from this person. And another thing that's really important to point out here is that we have 2 different maturity levels here, right? We have the Queen of Water and the Knight of Water. Now the Knight, this could be like, this represents like a teenage type energy or somebody that hasn't quite reached that level of maturity. So so this Queen, she wants a king, right? She wants a king. She doesn't want a knight, okay? Or this could quite possibly be your teenager, or, you know, like a younger person that you're helping at this time, helping to cancel. Shamanic healer. So we have healing again here, and I can't help but notice this bird. I'm like a bird, I'll only fly away, right? Perhaps this is, you know, your teenager's leaving home or something like that. Maybe your teenager's flying the nest in a sense here, okay? But it feels like you're being very receptive to their feelings, their emotions, and what it is that they need at this time, whether this is a lover, whether this is a young person. I feel like you've got a lot of opinions here on the matter with this 2 of Earth. It's like you've got things that you want to say, but you're just balancing on this beam here as to not upset anybody. You're just going to leave your opinion out of it for now, okay? Clarifying Shamanic healer. We have the 8 of Earth in reverse. Now this is about working, right? Putting the work in. So this coming out in the reverse would indicate to me that perhaps there was some sort of healing going on here, or perhaps somebody was in therapy, right? Because we do have this therapist looking woman here. Perhaps somebody was in therapy and now they're not going, or they're not taking care of themselves, or they were having some sort of healing done and they were progressing, and now they've stopped, you know, it could be like they've stopped taking their medication, or they've stopped going to appointments, or they've stopped eating properly, they've stopped taking care of themselves, just like general care of themselves. They're not prioritizing their healing at this time. So this could be you, or this could be somebody else, right? Could be a teenager or a young person, okay? So divine presence here, okay? So this is, let me see what it says down the bottom. They're saying read the bottom. The force of love and creation. Okay, love and creation. That I feel like for some of you, this could be your child, okay? Clarifying that, we have the 9 of Earth, right? So the 9 of Earth here, this talks about, this is so fitting for this reading because this lady is quite comfortable, but she is alone, right? She has everything she needs. Down the bottom of this card, it says contentment, luxury, and independence, right? She's independent. She does. So I feel like for a lot of you, this could be like a child stepping back from you or leaving home. And for a lot of you, it could be a lover or a partner or somebody who is just not quite as mature as you needed at this time. There's definitely compassion and love here. I feel like it's somebody that you care deeply about, but it may not be a lover because I feel like you're being way too mature for it to be a lover, to be this, for a lot of you. I mean, if I'm with somebody for a long time and I've got feelings invested in them and then they want to leave me, I do not respond in this way. Okay, I understand your perspective on things. I'd like to respond this way, but I generally don't. Whereas if it was my child that was coming forth and telling me they felt a certain type of way, of course I'm going to greet them with this genuine love and compassion here, okay? But I feel like this is like, I can do it alone. I can do it, like, you know, she's content, she's happy on her own, okay? But she's very much on her own here, right? Let's see what else we have here. So the moon, right? The moon indicates our fears and things that are beneath the surface. So what are your fears in this situation, pile number 1? 10 of Earth, right? So the 10 of Earth, this talks about, you know, long-term commitments, long-term happiness. It talks about family. It talks about security and money, like stability, right? Prosperity, it says here, right? So this is so you might be worried for this other person because you seem quite comfortable here. You seem like there's money here because the 9 of Pentacles she's quite comfortable financially, right? So money's not really an issue. So it seems like there's money here. The 10 of Earth is a step up from that. This is long-term stability, right? This is, you know, so perhaps you're worried about this person not having long-term stability. Perhaps you're worried if you don't have this other person, if you can maintain your stability, okay? Because this is coming out as your fears here in this situation. It's a really specific story, isn't it? If this is not your story, maybe go choose another pile. So we have the Vesta energy, right? This is about a dignified response is usually how I read this one. So let me see what's clarifying that. Okay, so a page of Earth, right? I'm really drawn to, because this is like a young person too, right? In this card, another young person, right? We've got a page here. But this to me, I'm really drawn to this opportunity here. So this is like the pages in the tarot are like the messengers, right? So this talks about a new financial opportunity here. So it could be that somebody's going off to college or, you know, something like that, or they've got a job somewhere or a job opportunity that's far away or something like that. Because it seems like there's a lot of money here represented, or a lot of prosperity, a lot of potential to make money as well. So and it's like, again, this is like a dignified response. So this is like somebody coming to you and saying like, I've got this other opportunity, but you were hoping that they would stay around a little bit longer, or you were hoping that they were here for the long haul, right? They've got some sort of opportunity here and you're like, okay then. And you may be the young person, so perhaps this is playing out with, you know, your own family as well. Perhaps you're the person that is sort of leaving the nest in a sense, or moving away from a person. You just take that as it resonates. Could be either or. Okay, so the next one we have is, I don't like to end on this card. This is Uranus energy. So this is something that's unexpected, a shake-up. It's like struck by lightning here. We've got a bolt of lightning. So what is coming that we don't see coming in this opportunity? Oh, this card is so cute. Because this is my new deck. So look, he looks like that child actor. I can't remember, but he's like a child actor. You might know the one I'm talking about. If you know, put it in the comments. So the Ace of Earth, this is a new opportunity, right? As you can see, these two, they have books here. So somebody might be going off to school to study something, to learn something new, some form of study here. This is like drawing me to this like acceptance. So I feel like for some of you, it might be somebody going off to college or starting, you know, a new career of some sort. But look at the happiness here. It's excitement. It's a new journey here. So what this shocking thing to come in is like an offer, right? So this is an offer, a new job or a financial offer, or the ability to bring something new into fruition. It's the beginning of something, right? So you might feel like somebody's leaving some form of like long-term stability, you know, perhaps somebody's leaving quite a comfortable home to go out on their own or venture out. But I'd say this is a brilliant choice to make. I do have some final cards here, but so far this is looking really, really good. Okay, so if you're thinking about leaving something that is stable to go on to something different, I feel like it will be accepted well. I don't feel like you're going to face any adversity or anything like that. I understand that this is where you're going and this kind of thing. The song is perfect. I'm like a bird, I'll only fly away. Okay, let's have a look. So temporary situation, okay, is the card that you have. All right, so this is, yeah, moving on to something new. So this would be a temporary situation. Perhaps it was only meant to be, you were only meant to be in this space temporarily. Or if you are like a parent in this situation, you know, you're not going to be raising them forever. You know, eventually they're going to fly the nest, right? Tower, solid foundation and success with effort. Well, that makes perfect sense in this situation, right? Because whatever this was a stable situation, there's been a very stable commitment here at one time. And so this makes a lot of sense that you would be going off with a solid foundation, right? If you have raised your children in this environment and now they're going off on their own, then you have built the perfect solid foundation for them to achieve what it is that they need to achieve. And, you know, sometimes we need to just let them go. So chain of events that will affect your life. So we have the chain here, all right? So it might seem like it's happening all a little bit too quickly for you, some of you, but it's a really positive energy. Like with all this money here, I feel like this is leading towards something successful. You've got the Ace of Earth, the Page of Earth, and the Ten of Earth. This is all like, so they indicate the beginning stages of something, but the potential for long-term stability here, right? Honor and respect will come to you, okay? So yeah, this is all very positive, all very positive. Deep love and affection and caring. So we've got the hearts. This is somebody that you care very, very deeply about. So this to me feels like letting somebody go so that they can pursue something else, or so that you can pursue something else, all right? New opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up here. Beautiful. That all makes perfect sense. Money will be coming to you. I told you, new business opportunity. You've got all this money here. All these cards representing money. Successful outcome to your problem. You don't need to let go, all right? If this is your child, you can give them a key to return to your house whenever they want, all right? To eat out the fridge or whatever. That was a really specific reading. Thank you to those who are watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. For those of you who chose the Obsidian bullet, Obsidian it's about protection, right? We wear it to repel negative energy. So I often use it whenever I feel like I'm under attack, psychic attack, or I've got some haters around and things like that. It's really, really, really good for that. I feel like everybody needs some obsidian in their life just to repel any negative energy. So you might have, it gives me the feeling that you're going through something, or you've been through something, or perhaps you've got some haters or people coming at you sideways or something like that. So the song that I got for you was called Joy by Andy Grammer. I'm not familiar with the song, but I will post it in the description box on YouTube. So have a listen to the song, but it's like, it kind of seems like a faith song. It's about, I found joy in my life. I found joy in my life, they keep singing, and it's, I love it. I'm loving the vibe. So you're finding joy here is your next chapter, right? So let's have a look at your cards. So I love this. Great start. So the first card that we have for you is the Angel of Inner Peace, okay, which is beautiful. As you can see here, she's got all of this, you know, stuff in her hands, and she's got a miracle in her hands is what they're saying, okay? So, and she's found peace within. All right, let's see what's clarifying that. Wow, okay, so the Nine of Air. So the Nine of Swords it's about stress, it's about worry, it's about anxiety, it's about depression, it's about overthinking things. So I feel like you may have come from quite a dark place, or you may still be there, and with this obsidian pendant, perhaps it's not a person that you're repelling at all. Perhaps it's that negative mindset and the worrying thoughts and all those things that are going through your head constantly. What if I had done things differently? Would I be in this space? As you can see in this Nine of Swords, this person's in bed, and they just look in such a state of despair, right? So I feel like this is what you're coming out of, or you have just come out of, right? So that's beautiful. Okay, so let's keep going. The Angel of Strength. Finding our resilience here. I'm also noticing, I'm really drawn to the fact that somebody's helping to pull this person up, right? So I feel being drawn to that somebody has come to assist you, right? Get out of your darkness, right? Helped you climb, helped you reach a higher level, helped you reach a higher perspective, right? Somebody's helping to pull you out of your funk here, right? Clarifying that, we have the Nine of Fire, right? So the Nine of Fire is about, the Nine of Wands is like, there's been a battle, there's been a war, okay? Now this person is tired, but keeps fighting, you know, and this, to me, this coming out in the reverse, this is giving up the fight, all right? So it could be other people that you have, you know, have influenced you. So perhaps you were in some sort of situation or relationship, or you had somebody around you that was causing you all this stress and anxiety and, you know, troublesome thoughts and depression, and you've decided to withdraw from this person, or this is like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this to myself anymore. I'm tired, I'm worn out, and I'm giving up on all this negativity, right? Okay. So next, oh, dropping cards now. Okay, next we have the Angel of White Light. This is really interesting. Okay, so I feel, yeah, I feel like there's really been some significant darkness around you. Okay, so I think perhaps getting an obsidian crystal would be a really, really good idea for you. But this is the Angel of White Light. So as you can see, her angels are here. Her angels are guiding her. Her angels are there protecting her. However, she's not really aware because she's in her darkness. As you can see, she's got her darker energies around her. She's like drained of her color, drained of her light. She can't see that right now. And it's to the point where it's like, okay, like I know that I'm supposed to be doing this and I know that I'm supposed to be doing that, but I'm just quite comfortable in my darkness here, and I'm not sure how to get out of it, right? So the next one, clarifying that, we have the Hermit. Now this is in reverse. So the Hermit, this is about going deep within, right? But when it comes out reverse, this is like withdrawing from people, withdrawing from friends, hiding yourself at home, not wanting to go outside, not wanting to go out and get some fresh air, even though you know it's really going to help you, right? There's always an excuse, making excuses for yourself, why you can't move on from this or why you can't get out of it. And just really not prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first. Okay, so this is the energy that we're currently in, or that you've been dealing with, right? But the song is obviously your next chapter is coming out the other side of this, right? So let me see. Again, the next one says wisdom of the Magi, and down the bottom here it says mental clarity. So this is like an epiphany. So mental clarity is amazing when you're coming from this, where you think of these swords as all these like crazy thoughts running through your head and the overthinking, and now you can think clearly and you can see things clearly for what they are, and you're not giving in to this anxiety, depression, this kind of thing. Clarifying that one, we have the Queen of Fire. So your mental clarity is that you don't need to be here anymore, right? This is like, this is an action card, right? If anyone is going to make a change in their life, it is the Queen of Fire. She's the most passionate about getting things done. She's determined, she's independent, and she'll be like, oh, I can do this. I don't need a man to help me, you know. So this is, yes, you may have somebody helping support you here because you've got this man here that's helping you up, right? Or this angel here, right? That's helping you up, pull you up out of it. However, this is like, I am a badass bitch and I do not need to stay here anymore. This is not where I need to be. I'm done feeling sorry for myself. I'm done making excuses, and I am going to create a new reality for myself. Also, they're saying magic. Oh, and this says magi too. So they're saying, so you might really have a belief in something more magical, or you might be exploring something more magical, perhaps like spell work or something like that for some of you, because that's coming through. It's almost like set your intentions for what it is that you want. They're also showing me a vision board right now. So perhaps, you know, while you're in this state, if you are still here, right, take it easy on yourself, one step at a time. Start really deciding what it is that you want and like create a vision board. I know that sounds a little outdated at this point, but you know, Pinterest or something like that. Get some inspiration. You know, I feel like you've just lost it. You've lost your spark. You've lost your, you know, your passion for life. And this is it returning, right? I love that. Okay. So, but I feel like, you know, baby steps. Although I say that, but the Queen of Fire, she's not baby steps. She's like all guns blazing. She's like, I'm getting this done. I'm not staying in this energy. This is not my energy. Yeah. Connections, partnership, contract, commitment. Okay. Interesting, because this is, here we've got a very similar image to these two hands reaching out, right? So two people coming together. Somebody's coming to assist you. Someone's coming to help you here. Okay, this person's got crystals in their hands, so they're very healing energy. So don't be afraid to rely on support from people around you at this time. But this is like two people coming together in partnership, right? We'll do this together. You're not alone here. We're doing this together. Let me see what's clarifying that one. Ace of Air. Okay, so this talks about, the Ace of Air talks about communication, but it's like the start of something as well. So this might be somebody that is new to you, or you know, somebody just to talk to. It might not be like a deep connection, so it might not be like a lover or something like that, but it could be, you know, it could be calling up some sort of counselor and talking to them over the phone, or some sort of communication of somebody that's helping you get out of this funk. It could be talking to a friend or something like that, but this is not deep level of communication. This is like you know, somebody that you can just talk to, get things off your chest, right? Okay. Okay, next up we have beneath the surface. This one says hidden truths and something unknown. Okay, so it's like you might feel like your issue is this, but there's like an underlying issue here, right? So perhaps this person that you're talking to is going to help you come to the realization here and the mental clarity that this is all stemming from something else. What you think the issue is not what the issue is. Perhaps you've hidden something beneath the surface that needs to be looked at here, okay? Let me see. It's clarifying beneath the surface. Okay, the 10 of Earth. So the 10 of Earth talks about long-term commitments. It talks about family. It talks about stability. It talks about long-term potential. So perhaps your fear, you know, this is the fears that are beneath the surface. Perhaps your fear is that it has something to do with family. Perhaps what's underneath here is something from your childhood. Perhaps it is the worry that you're not going to have this long-term stability. The worry that, you know, everything could just fall apart at any minute. Perhaps that's what your fear is in regards to financial stability and things like that. Or perhaps it's family related. The Moon, again, talks about fears, worries, what's beneath the surface. So that's very much that same last card. Clarifying that, we have the Moon. So fear, clarified by fear, right? This is the card saying, I said what I said, okay? So this is going deep beneath the surface. So this could be some form of counseling that you're having at this time, to go deeper into like past traumas or something like that. This might support you at this time, or this could be just like, this is what you're overcoming the fears here, right? So this sounds like it sounds like it's not going to be fun to go there, but go there with a professional or somebody who is qualified to help you go there. But at the end of it, you're getting your fire back, right? So it's going to be hard. It's going to be, but you can't do it alone, because you've got all these reaching out. Somebody's reaching out to help you do it. So don't go there in your mind. Don't go there in your head. Don't go there by yourself. Reach out to somebody who can help you explore what is really going on and where these, you know, fears and insecurities and that kind of thing are coming from. Okay. Next up, we have the 7th house, which talks about long-term things as well. So this is long-term stability, long-term partners, long-term security. So I feel like this is there's something to do with your long-term relationships or long-term stability here. So again, we've got that theme coming out again there. The Eight of Fire. This is the Eight of Wands. So this is about something moving very, very quickly. Okay. So it might feel like something's moving too quickly for you and you can't keep up with the energy. So you've just withdrawn from it and you don't want to face it, or there's too much going on around you here. Let's see. The next one is Pluto, transformation here. Okay. So this is like rebirthing yourself, and you know, this always reminds me when I see the phoenix of Harry Potter, right? And so Dumbledore shows Harry his phoenix and he's looking a little worse for wear, and he's looking just, you know, just absolutely terrible. And he says, you know, I'm sorry you had to see him on a burning day, Harry. And he just like turns to ashes, right? And he looks like he's at the end of his, you know, rope here. He burns to ashes and he's just reborn again, a beautiful baby phoenix, right? And he's just all fresh and new. And so this is where you're at now, okay? So burning down the old structures and becoming anew. And clarifying that, we have the Four of Water. So this is like, okay, so it's really hard when you're in this space, because it's like, you know that your current situation is no longer supporting you and it's not helping you. But this is like a procrastination. He's sort of sitting here. He's like, oh, I know what I got to do, but you know, do I really want to actually put the steps in place to do it here? He's bored. He's discontent. He's not happy where he is, but he's not necessarily choosing the next cup here. He's like looking at his cups going, oh yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know where to go from here. But you know that you're going to have to start over or start fresh. And sometimes that can be a little bit scary. All right. So let's go into the final advice and details here, just to see what else comes out here. So we have the bag, something important such as a new job or a raise. Beautiful. So a new opportunity coming in for you. And the thing is, I'm sure that these opportunities are out there, but if you're in the place where you are not engaging with the world or putting yourself up for these new opportunities, these opportunities will pass you by, right? Because, you know, I know that you're finding joy here in your life and you're finding a new desire and a new passion, but, you know, you need to get out of your funk first, right? Bird perched, waiting for news or a package or letter. Yeah, so perhaps you are waiting to hear back about a job or a situation here, or perhaps you're feeling like you're just waiting for something to happen, because this energy is like, okay, I'm not happy with my current life, but I'm waiting for this opportunity to come along. That's not how life works. We need to create opportunities for ourselves. Yes, sometimes opportunities come along, but generally it's because if somebody's offering you something out of nowhere, it's because they like your vibe, they like your attitude, they think that you'll be a good fit for them. And how would they know that if you're not putting yourself out there in front of them? Spiritual guidance and protection from harm, right? Yeah, you've got this spiritual guidance here, okay? Somebody's coming to help you. They're sending help, right? The tent is a temporary situation. And I feel like this might be some of the problem. I feel like with all this long-term energy here, I feel like you might be feeling like, is this it? Is this where I'm stuck? Is this as good as it gets for me? I want more for myself, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to make it happen. And I feel like it all starts with that mindset and getting out of that funk, right? Speaking to somebody, a counselor, somebody that can help you, somebody that can help you put small steps in place. And again, they're showing me a vision board. Start making a vision board. Sometimes if you've got no desire, no drive, no inspiration, it's hard to know where you're going. And it doesn't matter if you fail, because the most important thing is making those steps towards something, right? Because if we fail at something, we can always start again and redirect. Horseshoe, good luck. Yeah, your luck is turning around. I feel like there's some sort of opportunity that's coming in here. Like, I know I said, because this says something's being offered for you, you're waiting for something or whatever. I feel like there is this opportunity here for you, but you need to put yourself out there first in order to receive it. be careful not to take risks. Yeah, so I'd be careful about, you know, gambling opportunities or trying to make a quick buck or, you know, this kind of thing. I feel like, because I've said like good luck, right? I just said, oh, you're going to have good luck. So you might go, oh, well, I'm going to buy a Tats Lotto ticket and enter this lottery and, you know, go and gamble because Gypsy said I'm going to have good luck. So I don't feel like that's where your luck's coming from, because it's interesting that those two cards came out. It's somebody offering you something. You need to get out there. You need to put yourself out there, okay? A journey, either physical or mental. And I feel like for you, it's a mental journey. It's about starting from one place and slowly getting yourself back up again so that you can carry forth, right, into the next venture, into the next opportunity. I feel like they're telling me that it's almost like everybody else seems 10 steps ahead of you, or, you know, it's like you feel like you're lagging behind, or you should be somewhere that you're not, is the energy that's sort of coming through to me now. And just go easy with yourself, right? People's lives and situations fall apart all the time. People have, you know, these stable, happily ever afters, and then something happens and they have to start all over again. I see clients that have been through horrendous things. I've seen clients that their houses have just burnt down. I have seen clients that, you know, have just lost the love of their life and now they're a single parent and they have to start all over again. You know, I've seen some drastic things that happen to shake up people's foundations and everything comes crumbling down. So don't feel like you're behind. We can start again and start over at any point. But we just need to find that fire in our belly that wants to move us forward, right? And then we have the owl, which says good advice from a wise person. I feel like that was good advice. I was just giving you good advice. No, but I do feel like there's somebody here, right? There's somebody coming to hold your hand here, because we have this connection, somebody that you're talking to, okay? Yeah, and this would make sense if this was advice as well, right? Because I said it's not like, it's not coming through as like a deep connection with somebody. It's coming through as like just somebody saying something that completely changes your mind about things here, right? Somebody reminding you that you are, giving you mental clarity here, reminding you that you are the Queen of Fire. You can do this, right? I'm also saying, okay, so I feel like perhaps for some of you, and you'll know if this vibes with you or not, sometimes you can just listen to like a motivational podcast or something like that. Go and, you know, listen to other people, not like huge money making podcasts, but just ones for people who want to get out of the house and just make more of their life, and, you know, this kind of thing, or something perhaps more spiritual you could listen to. But I feel like it's baby steps. It's not like just not doing much at this time. Like, it feels like a slow progression of where you're listening to something that inspires you. I would talk to people who inspire you. So if you've got somebody that's doing the thing that you want to do and that you want to be and the life that you would like to have, talk to that person. Get some advice from that person perhaps. How did they do it? How did they get there? Do they have advice for you on how you can get there? Perhaps you can find some sort of mentor or someone that, you know, I'm not saying that somebody could help you with your anxiety and depression and things like that. You know, as a mentor, I just mean like a business mentor, or like somebody who has a life that you desire, right? Talk to these people and get to know what kind of energy they're in to create this for themselves, right? And then perhaps you can be inspired to do the same. That's all I have for you, pile number 2. Love and blessings, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. For those of you who chose the Cherry Blossom Agate Heart, Cherry Blossom Agate is it's like a healing, comforting stone. So it's like a healing, comforting stone. So if you're going through something deep, something traumatic, like could be like an illness or a transition in your life, things that it's just a little bit difficult to cope with, this kind of stone brings you like support. It's almost like somebody coming in to assist you, someone coming in to help, somebody, it's like a warm hug, right, of support, letting you know, it's almost like, it's like a nurturing mother type energy, you know, of like, I am here to heal you during this time, or support you or comfort you, kind of thing. So let's have a look. Oh, the song that I got for you was called Catch My Disease by Ben Lee. You might be familiar with the song. It's, oh please, baby, please, come on and catch my disease. So you might actually be unwell, okay? I'm not a doctor, so this is not going to be a health reading, but you may be unwell, or somebody around you may be unwell at this time, or you might have the dreaded new C word that's been going around the world, you know, something like that. So you might be healing from the flu or something like that. Okay, let's have a look and see where we're going. Okay, so the first card that we have is the Angel of Healing. Okay, and as you can see, she's laying down here, she's getting some rest. Okay, so perhaps that's what you or somebody around you needs during this time. Okay, let me see what's clarifying this one. Okay, the Nine of Water. So as you can see here, she's making a wish, right? So this is like a wish card. This is like, you know, our dreams, our desires here. Okay, what would make us happy, right? So perhaps you are wishing yourself well. I wish I wasn't feeling this way anymore. When is, you know, when is my recovery coming? Or perhaps you're wishing well for somebody else who's been ill. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have the Angel of White Light here. Now, so white light brings healing, right? But as you can see, this person is not in her light at this time. She's in her darkness. So this could make sense if you are unwell or somebody around you is unwell. Let me see, clarify for that one. The King of Air. Okay, so this might be the person. This might be another person. This could be a man that is unwell. Or, so this kind of energy doesn't necessarily have to be a masculine energy, but this kind of energy is like, the King of Air is like somebody who is very logical minded, very well respected in their decision making process, but this person can be quite rigid in their belief systems. So if this was somebody who was ill, perhaps this is somebody who like knows what's best for them, kind of thing. You know, like wants to do things a particular way to get better, or this could be somebody who's like, oh, not going to the doctor because they'll sort it out, or they know what's going on, this kind of energy, or, you know, this resisting change, right? Quite rigid is the King of Air. Okay. Angel of Romance. Okay, so there's a lot of love here. So this is two people sitting together, right? So this person who is ill, whether it be you or somebody else, is not alone here. Okay. Also, they're telling me that this could be somebody who is very well respected. So this could be like a doctor or somebody who has high accolades or achievements for being quite clever, quite smart, quite knowledgeable. Okay, so this could be a doctor as well. I feel like this is turning into a health reading, and I don't really do health readings, but let's keep going. The Queen of Water. So the Queen of Water is somebody who's loving, caring, compassionate, psychic, open-minded, wants to nurture somebody. So somebody here is very nurturing during this time, or this feels like a partnership, right? Because we have a king and a queen here together. That doesn't mean it has to be a lover. It could be a friend, but they're not. They're both in this together, right? One of them's a little bit more open-minded to different ways of healing or working through this, and one of them is quite rigid and set in their ways of the way that they think things should be done. Okay, so let's see. Next we have Archangel Raziel, and this one says wisdom, inspiration, and Akashic records. So I'm really drawn to the books here, so I feel like So if somebody's ill or unwell, I feel like somebody could be researching some different kinds of alternative treatments or methods or something like that. Like say perhaps someone has the flu and they're like, you know, they're just not getting better. And then you're like, oh, you know, I've heard that these essential oils or vitamins and things like that can help, you know, this kind of thing. But, you know, take it on the level that is appropriate for the illness. But I feel like there's some sort of research going in here. Perhaps somebody's into energy healing or, you know, suggesting something. And then this person's like, no, that's not a thing. That's not real. Let's just go to the doctor and get their diagnosis and treatment here. Clarifying that, we have the Page of Fire. Okay, so the Page of Fire talks about, it's kind of like a naughty energy or a reckless energy here. So perhaps somebody here feels like somebody's being reckless in trusting, you know, herbal treatments and, you know, energy healing and things like that, right? Perhaps somebody here is an energy healer, or you're offering healing to somebody who is like, no, that's not a thing. We're not doing that. Okay. Okay, so we have balance here. This one says centered energy and self-care. Okay, let me see what's clarifying that. That's coming out on this king here. So we have strength in reverse, which indicates weakness. So this would indicate to me that something's out of balance here, which is causing a weakness, illness, this kind of thing, right? So this could be that, like, this person might be doing this to themselves in their eating habits, or just not generally not taking care of themselves, or not going to the doctor and not seeking professional help, or is sort of goes back and like, could be like alcoholism or something like that, that, you know, just moderation is not a thing with them at the moment. Okay. We have the shamanic healer. Again, more healing, right? And shamanic healing is magical healing, right? It's incorporating, you know, spirit and herbs and medicines. And so this is really interesting. This is a really specific story, but this is like outside of the box healing methods. Okay, let's see. And then the Ace of Earth in the reverse. So this is like not taking an opportunity. I feel like somebody here is like offering some sort of herbal remedy or different alternative treatment, and perhaps, you know, it's like perhaps it's something serious, like a serious illness, and then somebody's done research and said, oh, I hear that this can cure it. And I just feel with the song Catch My Disease, it's a really specific message. If this is not your message, do not make it fit. Maybe pick another pile. But this is like somebody's turning down this treatment, or not investing in this treatment, or not going that route, or blocking that opportunity. So like the first thing that I got from this King of Air was that he's very rigid and structured and stuck in his ways and knows what he's doing, or, you know, is like not open to this kind of thing. All right, the Queen of Water is somebody who is open to all kinds of plant medicines and all this kind of thing. All right. Okay, so we have something shocking, drastic. This is a change of things that happen suddenly that we don't see coming. Let me see what's clarifying that one. The Magician. Okay, so when we see the Magician, a lot of the times in the tarot, the Magician is, you know, he works with all the herbs, he works with the environment, he works with magic, he works with manifestation, he works with, this is like incorporating all the elements, like, you know, herbs and, you know, tools and mindset and everything into creating a miracle here, right? This is like, this is healing here. This is so interesting. This is so interesting. I feel like this is such a specific story. The Magician is capable of everything. He has all the tools that he needs to overcome challenges and create whatever reality it is that he wants. Gemini. Gemini talks about communication. It talks about the people around us, our friendship groups and things like that, okay? Clarifying that. What? Skirt. I feel like we just pumped the brakes here. Clarifying that, we have the Two of Water in reverse. So this talks about an imbalance within a relationship here. So this is like partnership, two people coming together and making a commitment. This is people not seeing eye to eye. And with the Gemini energy here, perhaps this is becoming more apparent to your friends and outside circle and the people around you. Perhaps, you know, if this, so this could like show up like somebody, like perhaps this person saying, oh, you know, this person's trying to make me do all these alternative methods and, you know, in healing, and they're really annoying me with it. And so it's like, perhaps they're speaking ill of this connection or partnership or relationship, and they're really not happy about it, okay? Let's see. So we have the moon here. Now this is about, this talks about our fears, things that are beneath the surface that we don't really want to look at, the things that, you know, what if this could happen? Okay, let me see, clarifying that. We have the Eight of Water, which is walking away. So your fear is walking away from this person, or this person walking away from you. So, or perhaps it's a fear of losing this person. You know, you want to help this person, you love this person, whether this is a romantic partner or somebody that you love and care for. You're here to help this person. You fear walking away from this person. Let me see what else we have as final advice here. We have happiness, okay? And with this Nine of Water, this very much, this wish card, this is like, I can see the outcome. I can see a positive outcome here in this connection, in this relationship. I can see this working out. Why can't this other person see this perspective? The Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Yeah. I feel like this is maybe not so much aggression as it is like, you know, set in their ways, right? They're not changing their opinion. It feels like you're butting heads over something. And it's really interesting. So I feel like for a lot of you, it's about, you know, perhaps you're trying to get them to have some sort of therapy or something like that. So this could be like, put the disease aside, right? The disease could be mental illness, right? That you are trying to get them into some form of counseling and they just want to take medication. They've been to the doctor's prescribed them something, they're fine, and perhaps you're saying that they're truly not fine and you're wanting them to do a more holistic method, right? And they're refusing that. Opportunities are waiting for you. Okay, so yeah, there's possibilities here. There's definitely possibilities to explore different methods or different ways of doing things. Dealings or relationship with a woman. Okay, so perhaps this could be a female that you're dealing with, or a friend, or, you know, a female lover. Or it could be perhaps, you know, you're trying to get some sort of counselor, or you're wanting this person to see a doctor that is a female. Perhaps they're going to a male doctor currently, and then you are wanting them to just go and talk to this, you know, healer, this other professional or whatever. Tent says it's a temporary situation. Yeah, so I feel like it feels like a positive thing that, like, is this like what's next for you? I feel like there's a positive resolution here. Let's keep going. Waiting for news, package or letter, right? This could be waiting for some sort of results or something like that in regards to health. You might be waiting to hear whether or not a treatment is becoming available to you. You could be perhaps waiting to hear, perhaps you've suggested this to this person doesn't want to talk to you right now because you're getting all up in their business and all up in their health. Now, when you think about health, like, health is a very personal thing, and if we don't want to discuss our health with somebody, that should be respected. So perhaps you're waiting to hear back from this person to know if this will be a thing or not. A younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man is somewhere involved in this too, which is interesting. So we've got a woman and a younger man. So this could be like mother and son. This could be, you know, you're trying to help someone younger as well. We have the bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. When the bull, that represents to me Taurus energy, which is very stubborn energy. So I feel like if you're trying to get through to this person, you need to come about it in the right way. Perhaps you won't get through to this person, and that's okay. It's okay for another person to make the appropriate decisions for their health, whether or not you agree with whether it's the right decision or not. I feel like you need to be very respectful when you're dealing with somebody else's private health concerns, right? Desk, pay attention to your work. Interesting. Perhaps there's something else you could be focused on rather than this person's health. Perhaps you have a lot of opinions about the way that they're living their life. Perhaps if they are, you know, consuming too much alcohol, or, you know, perhaps you're saying they need rehab and they're like, no, I don't need rehab. You know, it could be something like that as well. You are afraid of losing this person, or this person walking away from you, or you having to walk away from them. So if this is what your fear is, you need to be the nurturing support system, right, with this crystal that they need during this time, okay? And you can put some opinions out there and things like that. I feel like this is going to be fine. You've got the Magician here, right? This is a miracle. This is a healing happening here. I feel like there's a potential for you to put your relationship in jeopardy here with the Two of Cups in reverse. Now, what is more important? Your opinion on this person's health, or the way that they are, or your connection and relationship with this person, right? That's all I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile number 4, for those of you who chose the Unakite pendant. So Unakite is a really good stone for when we need to make serious decisions in our lives. Okay, so I feel that you might be, in these cards, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of decision that needs to come up. And as well with the song that I got for you, that would make sense. So, yeah, it's also good for like pregnancy and things like that, to support pregnancy and healthy fertility and all that sort of stuff as well. So this could have something to do with fertility and children as well. But yeah, I find Unakite really helps you to make those soul decisions, all right, or helps to empower you to make the right decision. Okay, so the song that I got for you was My Life Would Suck Without You by Kelly Clarkson. I'm going to link the song in the description box, so click on the link and have a listen to the song. I really think that helps people make decisions, because songs sort of speak to people in a way that I can't. Okay, so let's have a look at your cards. So the first card that we have is the Angel of Channeling. Now, if you're channeling, this means that you are perhaps receiving some sort of divine guidance, or your intuition is telling you something, right? You're channeling the universe. If you're really tuned in, that's when you're channeling spirit, right? Let's see what's clarifying that one. Okay, so we have the Five of Earth in reverse, which is interesting. So that is sort of a card of, so this is like needing assistance, right? And this is not receiving it. This is feeling left out in the cold. So perhaps you have asked the universe to help you for the answers that you need right now, or you're reaching out, you're doing all the things, you're asking for help, you're asking for assistance, and you've not received it, or you don't feel that you've received your answer, and perhaps you're blocking it, or perhaps you just feel a little bit abandoned by your spirit guides right now, or divine guidance, or you've asked for a miracle, you've asked someone to make, if it's about a decision, which the Unakite would suggest, I feel that perhaps you've asked somebody to come in and sort of make the decision for you, or I wish this would happen, and then I wouldn't have to make this decision, kind of thing, and you feel a little bit abandoned by spirit at this time, which is normal. We all go through that, even myself. So Angel of Meditation here. So I feel that you can really, this is like channeling and meditation you've got here. So you can really connect. Perhaps you are unable to hear spirit or guidance or wisdom from the universe because you're too distracted at this time. You've got too much going on in your mind. And when we have important decisions to make and things like that, that can be a thing, right? Where our mind is just too full of stress, worry, anxiety. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if I make the wrong choice? This kind of thing. So she's sort of sitting here in meditation. So this, you don't have to specifically meditate, although I would recommend it. But, you know, just going for a walk in nature with no sound, no noise, clearing your mind and allowing that guidance to come through. Okay, so this can be, you know, just any activity that just has you chill, relaxed, and having some time to yourself. Okay, clarifying that, we have the Three of Air, which this talks about, down here it says sorrow, forgiveness, and healing. But this is like pain, betrayal, grief, sadness, a loss. This is not a very nice energy, but coming out in the reverse here, this is like when we're moving on from this energy. So you're dealing with a loss, you're dealing with the sadness, you're dealing with a heartbreak, you're dealing with a betrayal, you are dealing with this situation and you're moving on from it. So you're in this energy, right? You need to take the time out in order to do that. The Parking Angel. All right, so the Parking Angel is about, is there space for me here, right? Let me see what's clarifying that. Oh, that's interesting. So we have the Knight of Fire in reverse. Now, the Knight of Fire in reverse talks about restless energy. So before I had this card come out, and it was talking about I was really drawn to the fact that this card is leaving, or this car is leaving, or, you know, it's like maybe there's not space for me here now, right? I'm restless in this energy. I want to do all the things, right? Because this is like, in the upright, this is the energy of having desire, passion, excitement here, right? Wanting to race towards something. As you can see, he's running full steam ahead here. This is like being stuck in a situation where you have all that energy, all the dreams, all the desires, all the passion, but it's restless, it's wasted, right? In this situation. Okay. So you want to do all the things, but you can't for whatever reason. So all that energy is just like, oh, I'm restless here. I'm not loving this kind of energy. So the next card that we have is moving on and letting go, right? Freedom. This dove is being released from her cage, which is interesting because I said just now that you were stuck somewhere. You were stuck in a situation. And I feel like the cage is really symbolic after having said that, okay? So let's see what's clarifying your freedom. The Seven of Fire. Okay, so the Seven of Fire talks about defending something, fighting for something, standing your ground, all right? So perhaps you want to release something, let it go and move on, but at the same time, you fought so bloody hard for this, right? You don't want to give up on it because you have fought so hard to get here. Okay, this could be a relationship, it could be a job opportunity. I feel with the song, for a lot of you, it is a relationship. You're not wanting to let go here because you've put in the hard yards, right? You've been defending this person, this relationship for so long. Now if you turn your back on it, that was all for nothing, right? Soulful appreciation. These are new cards, so I'm just having a look. This says heartfelt gratitude. I'm really drawn to the scale here. I feel like this is weighing up the pros and the cons of a decision. We've got money and stability on one side, and then the butterfly is like transformed and freedom, right? So do you stay in a situation that's quite stable, or do you move on to something else and start afresh, start new, right? Let me see what's clarifying it first. Yeah, exactly. So we've got the Two of Air. Now the Two of Air, this says down here, indecision, avoidance and confusion. So you see clearly the two paths ahead of you. You know that a decision has to be made at this time. You're weighing up your options. No decision has been made. Do you go this way or do you go that way, right? And one of them probably looks more scary than the other. But this one leads to more stability. This one leads to more freedom, all right? So you need to weigh up, what do you value most at this time? Right? Do you value your freedom and the chance for a fresh start and a fresh perspective? Or do you stay in a situation that seems pretty stable and, you know, but also comes with this heartache, sadness and loss and betrayal, okay? We have the shamanic healer, okay? So this one says down the bottom, cleansing and attunement, right? So tuning into yourself, finding out what it is that you need. If this is a relationship, is it giving you what you need, or is it causing you more stress and anxiety, which will eventually start to affect your health? Okay. The Empress. Okay. So clarifying that, we have the Empress. And I did say something about with the stone that it does support fertility and things like that. So this could be, you know, a relationship in which you were planning on having children, or perhaps you do have children, right? Perhaps this is affecting your decision as well. Perhaps you're wondering, how will this affect my children? But as well, this is, the Empress is a very nurturing energy, right? And the reason why the Empress is able to nurture the whole family is because she knows how to nurture herself and put self-care as her #1 priority, okay? So her cup needs to be full before she can give to anyone else, right? This is coming to this realization. You must heal yourself before you can heal anybody else or heal this relationship, okay, or situation. The 10th house. Now the 10th house talks about our achievements, our recognition, what it is that we put out into the world and what we are known for, right? So let me see what's clarifying that. So it feels like it's like an ambitious card of like wanting to achieve all the things, right? So this could be a work situation for some of you. The 6 of Fire. So this is coming out in the reverse. So upright, this is like success, recognition. Oh, it says down here, yeah, success, recognition. This is achievement. This is being recognized for all the work that you've done, right? And this coming out in the reverse is like, perhaps you were passed over for something. Perhaps you do a lot here and you do everything for this person or for this situation. You do so much, you take care of the kids and all this sort of thing, if this is not a work situation, and it just goes unrecognized. You want this recognition. You want somebody to tell you how much of a great job that you've done. Or perhaps you've had to put your career on hold for another situation here, right? Because the 10th house talks about a certain level of status and achievements. That's what you want. You want to have all, like, be recognized for what it is that you've done, and it's going unrecognized here with that energy. Okay. Saturn. Saturn is not my favorite energy. It talks about life lessons, right? So usually when the Saturn energy comes up, it's because we go through a challenging situation, which then we take lessons from to go forth into the future, so we don't make these kind of mistakes again. So let me have a look at what's clarifying. It can also talk about like learning and things like that, but the Magician. So the lesson here that you're learning is that you have the ability. So whatever this situation is, I feel like you're very much in the power. So it's your decision whether or not you stay in this situation or you walk away and leave it behind. And I don't tell people what decisions to make in their life. The song says, my life would suck without you, and perhaps that is the case here. But it feels like there's some sort of betrayal or loss, or, you know, there's something not quite right here. So even if you do decide to stay in this situation and face this challenge, because this will be a challenge if you stay here, I feel like there's a lot that needs to change. There's perhaps, you know, other things that need to be put into place so that it's a more balanced situation here, okay? Cancer. That's interesting. So Cancer energy talks about home, family, you know, this kind of thing. So this could be, yeah, you might have children, or you might have wanted this with this situation. Sorry, I'm wobbling. You might have wanted children with this person, or you might have children. You might be worrying how this will affect the young ones in the family, or perhaps this was the person that you saw as your happily ever after. Let me see what's clarifying that Cancer energy. The 10 of Earth. Oh. So this is your long-term stability, right? Prosperity, security, tradition, right? This is, the 10 of Earth is a long-term thing. So I feel like this is not somebody who's flighty. This is somebody who is dedicated to you, right? Or if it's a situation, so if it's a job offer or a job that you're in, it's long-term stability for you, but perhaps it's upset you, right? So this is not somebody that's like in and out. This is somebody who's committed, which makes it more difficult to make the decision of whether or not you are in that same place, and if you are reflecting that same energy. Are you committed to this forever? Because this kind of feels like make or break, and situations that feel like that are not necessarily that, because we always have the opportunity to make a new decision. So if you decide to stay now and work it out and it still doesn't work out and nothing changes, you can always make that decision later on down the track to walk away, right? So also there was another one that came out for that as a clarifier, I just realized. So the world is about completing a cycle, right? It's about following something through to completion. So part of you is like, oh no, I can't let this person go, right? It could be a family member as well. It doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a family member, because we do have a lot of family energy here. Yeah, it's a lot of family vibes. So, but this is like, I want to see this through to completion. I don't want to give up on this, right? It's the ending of it's like the completion of a cycle, but it's not like cutting it off. It's actually following it all the way through here with that world energy. So we'll have a look at the final cards here to see if we can get any more details on this. So the first card we have is Weeping Willow, which is family sorrow, which very much fits in. There's some sort of loss here, sadness within this family connection. And if it is a work situation, it might be somewhere that just feels like family, right? If you were to leave, it would be sad. Wealth, well, we talked about that. We talked about a certain level of stability right here as well. Yeah, like it's your stable home, you know. If you were to begin again, would you have to start from the bottom somewhere else, right? Mountain Road, you are on the road to success, okay? Which I feel like, yeah, because you're achieving all these things, right? I can see all these achievements that you've got going on here. It's just that they're being unrecognized. Perhaps you've sacrificed your career for a relationship, you know, perhaps you have a partner who demands too much of your attention, and then you can't then focus on the things that you want to achieve and the things that light you up, and these, you know, because you are being drawn back to somebody else, right? It doesn't have to be a partner, it could be a friend or somebody. Plenty of material things. So if you don't have this in your current situation and this is resonating and making sense, perhaps this is what you have the ability to have. You have the ability to do this if you pursue what you love, right? Like, take that as it resonates, or perhaps this is what you have: wealth, stability, material things. You have everything you could ever need with this person. Why would you leave? Perhaps this is what's going on in your mind. Fear, worries, and tense situations, right? The dagger. Now, I would be concerned. Please don't stay in a situation that is dangerous or feels threatening, okay? Although I don't tell people what decisions to make, but just weigh up your options. If you need to speak to a professional about a situation you're in, I would advise that you do that. Broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Yeah, so this could be like, if you stay with this person or in this situation, then you can't achieve all your dreams and desires, or this person holds you back, or isn't on board with all the things that you want to achieve, or you have different dreams or different wishes. Or this could be that this person has all sorts of broken promises. Yeah, they might be coming forth now and wanting to mend things and offering you this kind of stability and saying, I'm all in. But they may have said that before. Or you may have had a promise that was broken. Perhaps that, you know, could be like an infidelity, or could be, you know, a promise that was broken. The rooster, an arrogant, boastful person that you should not cross. When I get the rooster card, it does indicate to me that this person is who they are. They're probably not going to change their ways. Okay, so, but things can still be put in place. Perhaps, you know, counseling and things like that if you want to make it work. But if you don't change anything, nothing will change. The energy will stay the same. And if it is a love connection, both of you need to be on board here, right? Family matters. Yeah, so this could be like a parent as well. We're getting a lot of family energy here. And the Ten of Earth can represent like past generations as well. So could be like money involved on the line. Perhaps you're worried about cutting somebody off because they're wealthy and they've always supported you, and perhaps you won't be the recipient of their inheritance or something like that. Could be a thing as well. So yeah, definitely something that's causing issues within the family here. Okay, so dark man as well. So this one says dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So somebody with a tan or dark hair. Okay, so that might help narrow it down, although I feel like there's enough information here that you would know who I'm talking about. That's all that I have for you. Thank you so much, Pile 4, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.